shits all over me and destroys like my the labor case is affected, the left case is affected, everything got affected.
Massively affected.
Yeah, of course. These are two powerful lawyers.
Too. I mean, like, let's look at it. It's all, there's so many.
I meant Aaron's and Aaron's.
No, I know, but like that you are like, listen.
I can't express to anyone the sheer frustration that I, as a human being, have had over the last 4 years, having to keep my mouth shut so that we are able to finish working on the important cases that were the result. And we haven't finished.
No.
The reason why I wanted to file already at this point is because we couldn't handle it anymore. The amount of suppression toward the truth. You're labeled as some sort of a bad guy. I'm labeled as some sort of a bad guy.
Seriously, we are such bad guys.
No, we're not.
I know we're not. That's the thing.
But
we're not bad guys at all.
The sad reality is that people like us are never given a chance to actually show our side of the story. This shows the side of the story from the victim's perspective, not from the bully's perspective. The bully's perspective you could see and hear 100 times over if you mention my name anywhere in a crowd. You get people who enjoy seeing me fail. That's the part that is crazy. That there are people who I don't know, / I was really nice to when I met them. I was really nice to your brother. I was, Ryan Watson. I have no beef with these people.
Yeah, it's so true.
I can't express to you how much the Jeff Aarons part really hurt me. I will tell you right away. I was personally really, really hurt. I was because
of the relationship.
I thought we were friends. I actually was like, wow, I can't believe that somebody who I thought it was my friend was not only my friend but was doing these things behind my back. And for what reason is the worst part is that to see me hurt.
Yeah.
And it worked. When you're an attorney.
Well done. Good job.
Yeah, good job, guys. You really hurt me. Good job. I mean, it only cost $100 million, so get those purses ready. But it's a matter of the money part of it is only a way to somehow reap and get back what is already mine.
But
my
that's
time.
part of what I was saying. Like, of course we're gonna fight back. Like, they took from us. Like, they took from our children. They took.
Yeah, I
took
understand.
Valuable,
I understand, and like you were violated. Like your stuff was rummaged through. I mean, like it was really bad.
Right.
And
it was.
The timing aspect of it, obviously, if you know us personally, you'll know why and whatever. But it really was. It's a Christmas gift from a Gentile and a Jew to the world to see, hey, maybe there's a dozen or so people that are going to be really butthurt that they've been exposed as secret closet bullies. But think about the millions of people that can be affected in a positive way if this is the type of lawsuit that can go national.
Absolutely.
For example, I'm working on a teleplay.
You are.
A show based around this lawsuit.
What's it called?
Treatment.
Yeah,
it's a great treatment. Well, because it's a very do you know who Alexander Payne is?
I don't.
Have you ever seen the movie Election with Reese Witherspoon?
Loosely.
It's a very
like a background movie.
It's probably. A very like there's very little that actually happens in Alexander. Look, or Sideways. You ever see Sideways?
Yeah.
All right. So there's very little that actually happens in Alexander Payne movies, except
he's the director of Sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
like
he
very
married.
artsy
I think he married Sandra Oh. She's one of the characters. So she's from Arliss. So
I know.
I digress.
Sandra Oh. I know.
Good one, Jamie.
Mom jokes all day.
So basically, just to wrap up the content of this, now we have a little bit more time. We'll go use all of it. Where do you fall into the scale of 0 to 10 as far as how much pain, 0 being little pain, 10 being a lot, that you sustained mentally and the ramifications it had on your family, such as like your parents and things like that, based on these actions that we have identified?
When
What's your pain level?
what 10 being the most?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely hit 10 for a while.
Yeah, and you know, that really is something that everyone should understand, that Jamie's not some sort of a professional actress. She's a human being. She's a human being that simply started working for me, and I am hated so much in our community for being a non-college graduate, self-made multimillionaire, and I don't preach some sort of like mantra. I don't have an agenda. I just simply filmed about 1,000 videos or so where I spoke the truth about the fact that I work for the office of the President of the United States. It's not a big deal. I don't carry a gun or a badge. This isn't a fucking movie, and I don't get any credit. And I'm lucky to have a wife and an assistant that are able to be coherent and functioning somewhat after the stress that we've been through.
Yeah,
And the
it's been
stress
very
that
stressful.
And the saddest part about it is that sometimes even the people closest to us will not understand what this lawsuit's about. They're going to misunderstand and say, why would you embarrass us like this? Why would you
For sure.
Why would you expose our children to this? And the reality is that, you know how much balls it takes to stand up for yourself, knowing that you're going to be bullied even more for opening your mouth? That's the whole point, is that we as a society bully the people that are different. But should they stand up and say something, they will be destroyed.
Yeah, it's true.
And we live in this paradoxical world where entertainment and movies show these great stories about revenge and all that stuff, but that's not what the world really is about. The world is about money. That's really what this is about. And my success was so offensive to so many people that they simply, even if they reap the reward or did not, like the salad toss or Chiaffi, what can you gain to benefit from my downfall?
The Chiavi thing blows me away.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you.
That's like a there's just like
but
a
I actually feel guilty
evil
about
that
it.
lives inside.
Like
of
no,
that.
but like imagine how much I'm hated. Like
Yeah.
imagine how powerful my words are, that people would actually go this far to hurt my assistant and me. Like my surrogate pain management.
I am, right?
You're like a fighter, prize fighter that went into the rink and like they just like sliced you up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm like,
man?
I'm good.
I found myself like an
keep
amazing
going.
person to help me in this journey of building businesses and being like dynamic, and I finally like have a good thing, and like the second I have that, these assholes come out of absolutely nowhere and try to destroy. And then there's like the wife of the lawyer, like she's just like she has some audacity as well in order to chime in and really interfere in my business practices.
I mean, like, she is the precise definition of like girl, like a popular girl who uses her popularity power of the words.
Weren't you friends with her?
Yes.
Like, that's the craziest part of this entire thing, is that these human beings that are the defendants went out of their way to hurt Jamie and I while pretending to be our friends. And it's really painful, and it took us many years to really accept the reality of what's going on. And
Yeah.
you know,
That's the crazy part, is the work. I mean, for me, it's, you know, the work put into like certain friendships only to be
And-
completely like just
and if you
erased. Like all of that
yeah,
is
it
just
doesn't
erased.
matter.
It doesn't
None of it
matter.
matters. None
Like,
of this
like,
matters
all
because
the
you got a
things-
job working for me,
Yeah, it just,
and
like,
you
it
lost a
doesn't
lot of weight.
matter.
So
It's
like
just
you're.
crazy.
So the narrative on the text messages is that you're crazy, I'm a cult leader, you're on drugs.
Yeah.
There is some sort of a conspiracy that is designed to get some sort of evidence to prove
Yes,
that you're
yes.
some sort of a bad mom. Or it's all so insane that this is from grown-ups,
In
all
this
grown men
community.
and one woman. And I say that because what kind of a human does the things that are written in those text messages, and then on top of which doubles and triples down and thinks that we don't know about these communications
And keeps adding fuel to the
and
fire.
you were accused of all of
Checking
these horrible
in, did you hear
things.
anything else? Like, what?
But you've been the reason why it is so important for us to explain exactly what's going on is that our entire community thought Jamie and I were these crazy people that were just, you know, is this another
No,
child
we're
minor?
good. It's good.
All right. But the truth is, Jamie and I were victims of some of the most passive-aggressive, disgusting bullying tactics ever. And we were able to gather the evidence behind it and systemically form it into a coherent lawsuit.
Correct.
I simply request that people read the entire 101 pages of evidence, and then the 57-page complaint, and then whatever, before they make any judgments. Please read the whole thing. It's impossible for me to explain the gravity or brevity. I love the word brevity from The Big Lebowski, but the gravity and the magnitude of
the conspiracy, the collusion,
it's the weirdest. It's so weird.
Destruction of people's emotional state. Like, it's just insane to me.
But the most insane part is I did nothing to these people.
Right. Nothing. You were not in any.
Nothing.
Like you were
meaning that Jamie getting a job for me, it's not like I hurt someone somewhere.
Right.
Like I don't even understand what the beef
I wouldn't
was.
even know. I know. I don't
And
either.
like honestly, there's like a lot of issues with like your weight loss, which is like super healthy, and we've been documenting it
It's
for
so
years.
weird. I don't know.
And
I really enjoyed my McDonald's last night. So
at one
I
point,
eat food.
the salad tosser accused my wife of things that are not true. And
yes.
did you put that in there?
Yes,
No.
I think in some they like commented about him and his wife.
And if
talked about
anyone's
her
wondering,
hair.
that's only 2% of the evidence that we have. We have about 98% more, or 50 times.